so easy, right?
I'm telling you, it was funny. I was thinking about it. I'm going, okay, like last year through 6 games, I think at the time we only played like one team that had a winning record at the time or something. So, there's a lot of challenges. So, but man, we're up for it. Got the group for it.
Coach, your pass rush has been one of the best in the country so far this season. Do you feel like it has another level to go to, and kind of what are the steps that it needs to take to get there? So,
Yeah, it's funny. The outside perspective is and a lot of times the stats don't tell like the full truth. You know what I'm saying? So, we look at it each day and we just look at our efficiency and we look and say, hey, how can we execute and get all 4 guys or 5 guys or 6 guys all executing at a high level? So there's always improvement, but we have the guys that do it. So we're not going to be satisfied with where they're at, and they got a great challenge this weekend. With this offensive line, we're going to see.
During the bye week, what are some of the points of emphasis you wanted the defense to get better at?
We looked at all the explosives that we gave up, and we looked at some of the things that we felt like we could be better at. We also looked at ourselves and how other offenses are going to look at us, and so we want to break tendencies. So whatever they're preparing for, we can give them different looks and give them different calls in specific situations. So we know we're going up against some really good offenses. I think this is the 4th week in a row or something crazy like that, or 4th out of the last 5 weeks we're going to with a team that's averaging over 40 points a game or at 40 points a game. So we know that these guys are really good, and they're scouting us and they're seeing us as one thing. We're just anything to get the quarterback to second guess his reads, anything to get the offensive coordinator to have to adjust or the play caller to adjust. We're going to try to do that like we do every week.
How do you around spraying water bottles on the offensive side and getting the ball wet? From a defensive perspective, how can a game like this be an advantage to punching out the ball and create more turnovers?
It's always advantage to me. Defense from a ball security standpoint in these type of games. But whether there's rain or not, we're always going to emphasize, trying to attack the ball and trying to take advantage of teams that are trying to create, and especially teams that try to create explosives off of broken plays. When you do that and things are off script, great things can happen for defense, but also if you're not sound on defense, really bad things can happen. And this quarterback that we're going to see is he makes a lot of off script plays. So we're going to keep the emphasis, and if it's rain, great. If it's not, either way, we're going to attack the football.
You touched on it a little bit, but what unique challenges does Devin Dampier present?
He's a creator. He's very efficient in the passing game, and they've modeled their passing offense and their run offense just right around him. And everything they do really starts with their quarterback in the run game and the pass game, in their run play action, pass game, in their quick game. Everything. They're just really playing to his strengths, and you can tell it's just a really well thought out offensive system that revolves around that guy that's going to touch the ball on every play.
Do you talk to Coach Mons at all about his background with Dampier, or do you just stick to what you see?
Yeah, a little bit, because what he tells us, scares the heck out of us. So, he's a big fan, and he's having a great year. He's improved upon some of the mistakes that he made as a freshman at New Mexico, and I think he has a better supporting cast around him. So he's got a great career ahead of him, and he's doing a great job for him.
Their offensive line is pretty tough, and your defensive line has gotten after the passer. So what kind of challenges does it present for your defensive line to have those guys on that offensive line for them?
Just when you got 5 guys that could all play in the NFL on their offensive line and that have a great future ahead of them, and when you put them up against our front four and the depth that we have at the D-line, it's going to be a great battle. And we're just going to constantly challenge our guys each and every day this week. It's about the process, and if you guys are preparing the way that you need to do day in, day out, Saturday is going to take care of itself. So we're excited about the matchup. It's going to be a heavyweight battle, and get your popcorn ready.
Is this the ultimate assignment integrity challenge when you have the triple option quarterback on a line like this?
Yeah, 100%. They just do a lot to mess with your eyes, their motions, their shifts, their different personnel groups. They give you a lot of different pictures, and they have you chasing a lot of different things. So, again, it's all going to come down to our fundamentals and our ability to get lined up and play fast and play the situations against these guys. So, The plan never changes. It's just how we go about the process in that plan each week is going to adapt to whatever offense we're going to see. And they're definitely giving us a unique set of challenges that we haven't seen since we've been here in the last 2.5 years.
How do you feel about Crook and Elliott just going into this one?
Yeah, they're both healthy and they're both running around, and we got those two guys running around, and they're going to make a lot of people right. So, anytime you got +1 or plus +0.5 players like those two guys, those are the type of guys that make other guys right when they're wrong or when they're getting beat. So, just going to let them guys go.
After TCU, Dillingham talked a lot about the growth of the D-line, working together as a team and having a team rush, not worrying about who the guy is to get the sack. How important do you think that's going to be against Utah?
That's important every day, every week, and everything we do. And we talk about Code Devils all the time. Well, our Code Devils is, doing your 111th, being consistently good, not occasionally great, playing hard, playing fast, play together. And really, if you just boil it down, it's just about being unselfish. If guys put the team ahead of themselves, the individual awards are going to come, and the individual accomplishments and those guys making plays are going to come. So it's really just our defensive culture and just what we constantly try to harp on. And when you see it come to fruition like it did 2 weeks ago, and guys are just able to, the sacks are right in front of them. One guy wins, the other guy keeps the cup so that one guy can make the play in the backfield. Guys get the drop, they play the situation. Our guy drops, he keys off the quarterback because the corner's playing in the flat and the safety's playing high. Guy sits in the zone, linebacker picks it off. That's really what playing team defense is all about.
Coach, 2 years ago, going to Utah and Salt Lake City, the 55-3 loss.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked back to that at all, found motivation through it, and how much have you seen this team grow since then?
Yeah, our growth has been exponential. We're a different program right now, and I want to, and what we're playing for is obviously on a completely different level. We have a lot of different players too. Then we have some guys that remember the taste of and remember that feeling walking off the field 2 years ago. That always lingers. I'm going to walk on I'm not going to have any good feelings when I walk into that stadium and off the bus. And obviously, the motivation is 100% there. That was a long day. It was a long ride back. It was a long weekend. We hope we can do a lot better this time going up there. Hi Cam, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, you're never around. I never see you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
When the camera caught you in the press box after that win,
Yeah.
what were the emotions like in that moment? What was it like? What was the feedback like from players?
Oh man, I got a lot of feedback. I honestly didn't. I figured it was over, and it was kind of like, it was almost like kind of wagging your tail at the camera because it was there on you all night. And but honestly, if you guys saw, there was two pictures that really kind of, and I don't want to go into too much depth, but like the one where I was smiling and I was kind of shaking my fist early. It was really about just Prince having the game he had. I just literally being through, what that kid has went through with the, how much we think of him, as a player and a person, and him in his first year here. Last year he got hurt in fall camp. He didn't really hit his stride to the second part of the season. He was dominant against Iowa State, had a sack against Texas. He just played so well at the end of the season. And then coming in the first 4 games, like, you can't really see it on the stat sheet how good he's played for us, and then to see it like come to fruition and that final sack fumble, it was just like, golly, man. And that was literally the most of it. It was just like I was so happy for him. We were all so happy for him just because, that's a guy that's really put in the work. He's been consistent in his approach and everything, and it just paid rewards. Even tonight, it just gets me choked up thinking about it because when you see it come to fruition and it all comes together on a Saturday on the field for everyone to see, and there's no guy that deserved it more than Prince. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the happiness came from. And then being able to end it and the way we ended it that way, it was just, there was a lot of emotions coming out in that moment. Well, like people keep reminding me of it. I know it. I know it's going to always come back up again. So I know this. Yeah, it's never going to die. Yeah.
On that note, what's it like being in close quarters with Cannon Siegel when he's fired up like that?
Yeah, Cannon. I thought that you were going to ask me about Cannon. You know what I mean? So, I didn't realize he was doing that gyration or whatever that. I thought it maybe stuck his finger in an electric outlet or something. So, but no, he gets emotional like we all were. We were all fired up at the end of that game. It's fun to win.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, appreciate it.